Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, and we're live. We are live. We're live. Kick it. Welcome to Marcus in the Morning. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Welcome back. We'll be starting any moment. Ooh, hello. Say hello to me. Hello in the chat. Hello, how are you? We'll start in a minute. Let people get here. How you doing? Good morning to you. How you doing? Marcus Conti reporting. Look at this. Look at this. We are back. We're here. And we're very happy to be here. Very happy to be here. Hey, good morning, Teresa. Teresa's here. Teresa, how are you, man? How are you, man? Everybody's here on the big YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Listen to the great sounds of Granny Cat. Hello, everybody. Hi, man. So, Marcus Conti reporting on current events, I guess. Current events. How you doing, man? How you doing, YouTube? It's nice to be back on YouTube, man. I can't believe it. We're back. Wait for some people to get here. Wait for people to get here. We'll talk about the news today. We're going to speed read the news. Good morning. It's Marcus in the Morning. Marcus in the Morning show. We're going to speed read some news. I don't know what's going on today. It's not much. It's kind of a slow news day. I think the news is the stock market, is the issue of the global economy. Now, some people might say, like, fuck you to the economy, excuse me, F you. We're trying to clean up our act here on YouTube. F you, the market is going down because the evil oligarchs and the corporations are scum, and they're going to rip you off until there's nothing left, and it's going to go to zero. But that's the reality of the stock market. Is not like that at all. Vinny DiMartini in the house. Good morning, everybody in the chat. How you doing, man? Will Smith is here. These are my good people. Please, kindly, don't be a dick in the chat. Right? That's rule number one here on YouTube. Good morning, Vinny DiMartini. Sterling Price in the house. Right? These are our regular people here. Right? So don't be a dick. Try to be nice. So nobody has to chop you up. Right? Nobody has to chop you up and shut you down. We want to hear your opinion here on YouTube, but we also want to have a peaceful discourse without unnecessary fighting, unnecessary whatever. But anyway, so yeah, the stock market seems to be the news these days. A lot of people are saying that the pandemic, they dumped trillions of dollars into the market, and there's no way it's coming back. It ain't coming back, Conti. But the reality is the markets are rigged for the house, if you haven't heard. Right? The markets are rigged to go up for the house, not for you. Right? As a common buyer of stock, you're the customer. All right? So what you got to do is you got to think in terms of corporations. Right now, corporations and the Federal Reserve are screaming from the rooftops saying, cut jobs. Cut jobs in America. These jobs are draining the fucking corporate profits, man. You got Jerome Powell, if you think I'm making it up, the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, is saying at the top of his lungs to corporations to stop hiring people. Why? Because too much money is going into the hands of people. They want the money to go into the corporate corporate profit pockets, right? That's where the money's supposed to be. So that's in defiance of regular people. So we're going to look at the stock market. We look at the stock market every day at 9:30. We're here. We're live on Eastern time. So it's 9:06 where I am. I am in Northeast Pennsylvania. I am no longer in New York City, but I'm still Eastern time. And I don't know. I'll tell you more about where I've been. Haven't been on YouTube in quite a while. A bit of a hiatus here, and it's all good. No pointing fingers today. No blame. YouTube had their own problems. Google has their own problems with being leaned on from big corporations. We'll look at Google stock. We're a fan of Google stock here. We think Google stock is going to go up. GOOG, and parent company GOOGL, the corporation. We'll look at those numbers. So if you're here, right, Marcus in the Morning, every morning I cover the stock market. Right around 9:30 a.m., I give you my perspective on the opening bell. And we see where the hell everything is going to go up, right? Or down, right? Right now, look at this. NASDAQ futures took a hit at the end of the day yesterday. We went down a little bit yesterday. People got upset yesterday with some kind of report by Apple. Apple was talking about, what were they saying? They were saying, oh, yeah, the prospects for selling more new phones somewhere is going to be difficult. And right, this is the pandemic high. We're looking at NASDAQ right now. Actually, it's not. It's more right here. I'll show you. See where we are? This is the chart. Very, very, very interesting stuff, right? Are we at the bottom of the recession? The whatever you want to call it. Are we in a recession? Are we in a bad place in the stock market? We're going to find out. It looks like we're starting to possibly form a bottom. And if that's the case, then it's good, man. So good morning, everybody in chat. Welcome, everybody, back. Sterling Price in the house. Vinny DiMartini is here. Miss Chicago, how you doing? I think Teresa Sam, I think that's Teresa J. from Will Smith, my brother from Northeast Pennsylvania. A lot of old names, too. How you doing? Truth and Politics is here. Good morning. We're all here, man. So I guess we can begin. I don't know, man. How many? I don't know. Just you gotta give me a little break here because I'm a little clumsy on YouTube. I haven't been here in a while, and it looks like we got some people watching. We got some like 27 people watching. It says. Let me refresh. Maybe there's more. How many of us are here? How many of us here before we go? All right, so we got 25, 30 people. It's very, very, very nice to be back on YouTube. I really I appreciate that. We're going to I know in the past I made an apology video. We're going to try not to hurt people's feelings. I know that people's feelings are very, very, very fragile these days. People are broken over their COVID-19 status, their vaccine status. Things that you're not even allowed to discuss, right? But we can point out that people are very, very disturbed and broken today and frightened about what they can say and what they can't say, right? And they're afraid of their color, their skin color. They're very defensive of their skin color or lack thereof skin color, right? Whether you identify as black or white or yellow or green or purple, everybody is so sensitive, right? People still watching mainstream media, thinking that the patriots, the dangerous domestic terrorists that on January 6th converged on the White House and Congress to do something bad to the senators, rather than just tell them, hey man, there's election fraud in America. You better take a look at it. Everybody's fixated on that. Still people out there that want to see Donald Trump thrown in jail for his crimes against humanity. Right? There's people who think Joe Biden is senile and can't sew a sentence together and is reading from a teleprompter. Right? People are confused and worried, and so am I to a large degree. I don't know, man, but it's nice to be back on YouTube. Steve Zolf says, I stopped identifying at all. Right, right. What are we? We don't even know if you can't even say if you're male or female, right? If you say you're male, I'm a man, and someone asks you, "Can you have a baby?" It's like, "No, I'm a man." And they say, "Well, that means you're creating violence against people men who can have babies." They actually say that. There's a couple of psychopathic academics on the left that are saying that if you are a man and you know that you're a man, you have all the luggage of a man, you have the rods and the cones and the pieces, right, of a man, and you say well, I can't, if I'm a man I can't have a baby, but there's others I can't reproduce. A baby. You could reproduce other things. You could reproduce, your work and your art and live on in that way. But producing a baby is used to be biologically impossible for a man. But today, it's different. See, everything is different today. You could be, see, if you're a man who thinks you can't have a baby, then you're cis male. If you're a female who thinks you can't have a baby, or you can have a baby because you have a womb, then you're cis female. It's all mixed up today, and we're going to try our hardest to understand and to work with, right, the people that feel this way, that are suffering from a crisis of identity. See, people old like me, I'm old, right? It's easy for me. What I do is, like, I look down in my package, right? I'm looking down in my package right now, and I see rods and cones, and I think identifying with the rods and cones and the contents of the cones or the rods, whatever, is that I'm male, right? And I'm unapologetic about that. You could say, I know academics, the professors at Columbia University will say, well, you got white privilege and white supremacy, and all the whites wrote the history about sexuality and reproduction, and therefore you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, young man. You should come to my class and sit down, and maybe you'll learn something. Well, okay, maybe I will. Maybe I'll learn something about you, not so much about my own rod and cone set. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining me today. We'll look at those fine stories. Thank you all in the chat. Vinny DiMartini is here. Sterling Price. Don't be a dick in the chat, and everybody will be fine. I'm not saying you're going to be dicks, but there could be, that could happen. That sometimes happens here. And Elon Musk is in the news as well. We'll look at Elon Musk. We like Elon Musk here. We think Elon Musk is pretty cool. He's an interesting, very interesting man, a billionaire. Right? I don't know, on YouTube, you guys are still against billionaires? Well, I don't know. I think there's a vast difference between someone like Elon Musk and a guy like Bill Gates. Right? Elon Musk is making battery-operated cars. He's buying Twitter and then not buying Twitter and shutting down the nonsense that goes on over there, calling them out on their fake accounts, right? We like Elon Musk. We think Elon Musk is cool, right? As opposed to a guy like Bill Gates who's just out for the money, man. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to sell my vaccines to Africa next, and then go to Europe and India, right? Because they need it. I'm going to spread that shit around, man. Fuck computers. I'm done with that. I'm going for biotechnology, man. So anyway, that's what we're talking about, man. I also I have a website. This is my website, marcusconti.com. We're live every morning at 9 a.m., formerly on D Live. Right now, we're going to stick with YouTube, see if YouTube will allow us. Looks like we're still live. Looks like we're still ticking. Right? We're here. How you doing, man? And so we'll do that. We'll do that. So we're going to do that switch over gradually. If YouTube is nice and peaceful and loves us as much as we love them, then we'll stay. We'll stay for a while. If not, we'll go back over to D Live. We're also all these videos are recorded and then placed out on BitChute, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, all over the place. We're everywhere. We have been all over the place for a long time. It's just maybe you've just been on YouTube, and that's fine. Right? That's fine. Right? I understand. I understand. So here's the videos on a daily basis. Again, if we're ever lost or stolen, go to marcusconti.com, and we'll probably just redirect you right back here. Right? But for now, I'll switch this out for YouTube very soon. These are all the videos on a daily basis. The library the library over the last year and a half is right here on Rumble, over there on Rumble and BitChute, and lo and behold, if you're here on YouTube, if you go right down below my channel, there's over 1,700 videos that historically document every goddamn thing we've been saying, or almost everything that we've been saying over the last 4 years. It's all there. So enjoy yourself. Go back, take a stroll back in memory lane. Remember, if you're new to this channel, my name is Marcus Conti. I am a guy who makes videos. I am an entertainer. I am not a politician. I am not a political advocate. I am not on the left. I am not on the right. I am not a Democrat, a Republican, a liberal, an independent. I am goddamn nothing and everything all at once. I am you. I am your consciousness. That's what I am. Right? I lean whatever way. I lean into the truth. Right? Wherever the truth takes me, that's where I end up. And then for that I'm labeled something else. Right? That's what happens. That's what happens. So anyway, man, I have I don't have, but I like Granny Cat. Right? There's a video series right now called Granny Cat. I wish you guys would watch it. Right? It is my cat. You remember Granny Cat? Remember Granny Cat? Granny Cat. Granny Cat. Remember Granny Cat? Granny Cat was my white cat for 19 years, and she passed. And so we have a tribute site up for kids. Cat meditation videos. You watch it. It's I'd appreciate your feedback. I'd appreciate if you go back there, subscribe to Granny Cat, and watch the videos. Let them play all the way through. See what you think. Right? There's some cool music there. Some trance-like piano music, man. Granny Cat. Granny Cat. So let's start here. So Mark's Conti reporting. So wild tales of sex, drugs, and punk rock at New York City club Max's Kansas City. Remember Max's Kansas City? That was a pretty wild fucking place, right? And it looks like, why stroll back? Why stroll back? I'm a little upset with rock and roll right now. I'm upset. You know what I'm upset with, right? Now, Blondie, Billy Idol, all the celebrities on this page. Look, there's Blondie, there's Billy Idol, there's Max's Kansas City, which was on Park Avenue South, right on the top of Union Square Park. Very hip, very trendy spot. And it made a lot of, this is the owner, made a lot of waves back in the late 80s, early 90s, even the 70s. And there's David Bowie sitting at a table, David Johansen of the New York Dolls. But here's the problem. Here's my question. Do you think that David Bowie, right, at that moment, would have been discouraged that people were playing his music on YouTube, on the internet, and wanted to stop them unless he was paid for it? I don't think so. I think respectfully, I think that today's internet media is too they got their hands wrapped around the music industry too tough. Let people like me play music. Any music. You remember when DJs used to play music and that's how you found out about a great song because, hey, my favorite DJ played the song. You can't do that anymore. If I play David Bowie's song, I don't even know if I'm allowed to show David Bowie's face, but if I play David Bowie's song right now, everything would go red and everything would stop because we played David Bowie's music. Now, isn't that a good thing? Don't you think that David Bowie would want to hear his music played at a very, very cool, interesting, popular fucking internet site like YouTube? Why do you think that do you think that David Bowie or David Johansen or Blondie would want to stop us from playing their music? I do not think so. I think that artists, right, would like you to play their music. Right? Now, that's just my opinion, that the rules here are different. The rules are like big, mainstream television. You gotta, if you play my song, you gotta pay me, motherfucker. I don't agree with that. I think like when you play my song, right, you play my music to the world. Thank you. I thank you for doing that. I don't care if you make money playing my song. It's my song. I'll make money in my own way playing my song. So I totally disagree with that, right? I'm here to tell you. But Max's Kansas City, this is when rock and roll was rock and roll. Sex, drugs, punk rock, man. Punk motherfucking rock. Can't play punk rock anymore. I can't even tell you. You have to go and find punk rock yourself. I can mention maybe the Sex Pistols or, Billy Idol or those people, And then you could go, listen to some punk rock. But I'm not allowed to play it for you. But I'm allowed to talk about it, I guess. Maybe someday I'll play it. But I like Billy Idol. And, the Stooges were here. So that's a day in history. What else we got here? So photos of Elon Musk. Love him or hate him. All right, we all know who Elon Musk is, right? Elon Musk, right now in the news, he offered to buy Twitter. All right, for $54 billion in the open market, buy the shares, the outstanding shares of Twitter, for $54 per share, $54 billion investment. And what did he do? He backed out. He said, "Yeah, I'll buy it. Show me the goods. Show me how many. Hey, Twitter, show me how many of your 40 million accounts are real." That's what he said. Elon Musk challenged Twitter and said, in legal documents, said, "I'll buy it. Show me how many bots, how many people are real and how many are fake. How many people have 10 accounts and are fucking 10 people?" Right? And accelerating the propaganda machine, the bots and the hit pieces and all that shit, right? That's all Elon Musk asked. And when he did ask, and Twitter wouldn't provide that information to him, he took his money off the table. Now, here's why Elon Musk is important in the deal. Elon Musk owns 10% of the Twitter float, the open market shares. 10% of all shares traded in Twitter is in Elon Musk's pocket. Now, Twitter right now is down to like $33 a share. I'll check it later. Right? And they want him to buy it at 54. Now, if Elon Musk takes his 10% share in Twitter and sells it in the open market, you know what's going to happen to Twitter? It's going to go to fucking 10 cents, because 10% of the float is everything in terms of cash. If Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck about his investment in Twitter and he wants to really, really sink Twitter, he's going to take his shares and keep dumping, or he's going to go short and then dump, and then he's going to buy it back at a profit when it goes down. That's the kind of power that Elon Musk has. Elon Musk is very powerful. So the mainstream media wants to follow him around in Greece and photograph him in his shirtless presence. There he is, shirtless Elon Musk. Now, is Elon Musk supposed to take off his shirt and look like a fucking bodybuilder? No, he's pale. He spends his time in a fucking office, right? He's flubby. He's not fat. He's just like a blob, right? He's a 50-year-old blob. Right? Here he is. Look at the women. Look at the women he's around. Look at the ass. Look at the ass surrounding Elon Musk. Right? Nothing but ass. Here, Elon. Here, Mr. Musk. Would you like a towel? Here, Mr. Musk. Would you like a tug and a pull? Would you like a massage with that tug and a pull? All right, that's Elon Musk. This is how billionaires live. And you want to hate him, right? You want to hate him for being on a yacht in Greece, jumping off into the water, worth $54 billion, $100 billion, however many billions of dollars Elon Musk is worth. Right? Elon Musk single-handedly took down Twitter, who was stopped it in its tracks, called it out. Right? He did way more than anybody else single-handedly ever did. Right? What did Trump do? Trump, got fucking Twitter famous more. Trump made Twitter famous by getting 80 million subscribers and then allowing them to kick him off. Elon Musk says, "Fuck you. I'll sink you. I'll sink you." See, this is politics. This is economics 101, what I'm talking about. Rather than hate on everybody who has $1 billion, love some of them, like Elon Musk, who's actively doing the dirty on their heads, right? That's what I'm talking about, man. So thank you everybody for joining me. I'll just thank you all for being with us on this first day back on YouTube. A little bumpy right here, a little bump. I'm just working out the bumps here because I'm not used to seeing the YouTube platform. We've been on D Live for the last year or so, and we got all our people here. Vinny D Martini, my brother from a different mother. Sterling Price is here as well. JB, Liz Rivard. Rivard, how are you, Liz? I haven't seen you in a dog's age. Trump, Truth and Politics is here. So, Teresa Sam, I believe it's Teresa J. I don't know what your screen names are here, but I will figure it out. Who's here and who isn't here? But thank you all for being here, and we're going to keep speed reading the news. What else we got here? Oh, crime. Yeah, crime. I was down in New York City yesterday. That's where I was. I didn't do a show yesterday. I was down in New York City checking it out, taking the temperature. And I got a report, man. I fell down a flight of fucking steps, man. I was at the seaport. I was over at the seaport. And the Fulton Sea Market. I was the Fulton Fish Market down by the seaport. I'll show you some pictures. Stroll down memory lane. Yeah. So I was right here. I was sitting right here by the bridge. Hold on a second. I was sitting by the bridge, and another one. Yeah, I was right here, and it was so breathtaking and so amazing, right? Right. The city blew me away, man. Right. It blew me away. Right. And I was taking the picture and I was trying to set up a selfie, and I fucking fell down the bleachers, right? I fell down 2 sets of bleachers, right? And only because I'm in shape, only because I'm really fit, did I bounce right back up. Now, I didn't bounce right back up. I was on the floor for a good, 5 minutes. I just stayed still until I realized that I wasn't broken. But my knee hurts, my elbow hurts, my wrist hurts. The trauma. I'm okay. I didn't hit my head. I didn't get knocked unconscious. So what I wanted to say about that is I wanted to report that New York is still a very dangerous place if you're not paying attention and trip and fall on your ass. Right? When you're not paying attention, you trip and you fall. Or you step out in front of a car, you get hit by a car. But that is on me, right? I didn't see walking around New York City. I didn't feel danger. I didn't feel like violence was breaking out everywhere. I didn't feel like there was a tremendous amount of racism and rudeness. It never feels like that for me in New York. I walk around and once people know that you're there and you're New York, people are very, regardless of color, shape, or size, people are very respectful of each other. See, the problem with New York City is that there's bad fucking people. Right? There's pockets of really bad fucking evil people, right? And that's the fact, right? But for the most part, it was pretty safe. But here's a New York Post reporting major crime skyrockets 37% in New York City. NYPD data shows, right? Yeah, major crime. What's a major crime? What is that? Auto theft, right, up 46%. Larceny up 50%. What else? Auto theft, 46. Robbery, 40%. Whoa. Right? You might get robbed, right? I walked through Washington Square Park. You got all the pot dealers. That's good to see, right? Marijuana is now legal in New York City. You can walk through Washington Square Park and buy weed off the same criminals that used to sell it to you if you wanted it. Right? Now, I disagree with that. I think that weed should be in the coffee shops. Right? If we have any friends from Holland, the Netherlands, will tell you that Amsterdam has had legal weed since the 1960s, or decriminalized weed. I don't see why New York City can't do that. I don't see why you can't walk into a nice coffee shop and walk up to the bar and see a weed menu and what's the problem, man? What's the fucking confusion? Why do you have thugs walking around the street, hanging out in front of head shops, and standing in Washington Square Park selling pot, right? Why do you do that? Why not make it fucking put it in the stores already? God damn it. It's legal. It's legal. Go to California, go to Las Vegas. It's legal. You walk into a store and you buy it. New York and New Jersey, they're still behind the times. I can't figure it out, man. They're fucking, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I get that you're trying, I see from a government perspective that you're trying to hold out. You're trying to max out the amount of tax that you can charge on it. I know. But the fact is, free enterprise, right? That's the free market. That's the way you do it. That's the way you get it going. You let people, let the free market handle it, right? If you have a good product, people will climb a wall to get to it, right? Look at Amazon. Amazon boomed because they had a good product. They could get you anything you want delivered to your doorstep, right? That's the only obstacle with criminalization of marijuana, is that if you decriminalize it and make it legal, where people can grow and trade and buy and smoke and enjoy freely, then you'll have the open market create a wonderful environment, right? Sit down lounges, right? Bars, weed bars, hookah bars, right? New York City can do that, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it yet. So Marcus Conte predicts that, what does it have to do with crime? It has nothing to do with crime, because the crime has been sucked out of marijuana, right? So the thugs can't make money selling weed anymore. So what do? They rob people, right? That's not a marijuana problem. It's a criminal problem, right? You see my point? So crime is still spiking up in New York. The type of crime that I really frown on is the random acts of violence. You're seeing like Asian women being pushed in front of fucking trains, and that's horrible. Push an old lady in front of a train. It's fucking sick, man. You guys are sick. Whoever's doing it. So today, right? What time is it? Oh, it's 9:34. Let's go to the markets, and then we'll talk about what it means to be a male or a female. All right, so ding, ding, ding. We're open. 9:34. The markets are now open. Boom! Holy shit! NASDAQ futures are up. The NASDAQ futures are up. Look at that, man. Yesterday it was down, down, down. And now the Wall Street is saying, fuck you, down. We're going up. We are going up. We're going up right now. So there's the NASDAQ right now. Look at the big board, man. So the big board. We've got I follow the ETFs. If you're new to this, if you haven't seen this channel in a while, we'll look at the ETFs that follow the NASDAQ. That is Qs. Qs is up $3.50 a share. The Ultra is up 86 cents. That's big right there. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 250 this morning. S&P 500 up 42. Even the Russell is up. The Russell 2000 up 50 cents. Amazon up 99 cents at 114. Google after the split now 111 per share, also up a buck. Google parent company, Google corporate, up $1 as well. Meta, formerly Facebook, up $1, up $3.89. Oh my God, people are buying fucking Facebook again. Facebook going up again. I don't know why. Microsoft also up $1.50. If you follow Bitcoin, I'm a little cautious of it, but it looks like it is going up, and the ETF that trails it, BITI, is also going up for the most part, down today. I see, that's what I don't like about it. The ETF trades separately from it doesn't trade parallel to the actual index. What else we got here? What else we got? I follow Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, the war stocks, the companies that sell bombs and guns and ammunition to make war possible for all of us to enjoy. Raytheon and Lockheed Martin mixed. Lockheed Martin down 3, Raytheon up 60 cents. The Pfizer Moderna scenario, the vaccine makers, the people profiting from your injection, the injection that will keep you safe, they say, is up. No, is it? Pfizer's up 25 cents, Moderna down 60. Robinhood, if you're a fan of that one, the short squeeze Robinhood, $8.70 a share, way down there. CF acquisitions. CF Acquisitions is a company that was taking Rumble public. We'll see if it works out. $10 a share. DWAC, DWAC is the company taking Trump public. They're down 32 cents today. Twitter, that's what we want to look at. Let's take a look at Twitter. Twitter, whoa, what the fuck? Twitter's way up. Twitter's going back up because, why? Because there's no more Elon Musk. No more Elon Musk. It's coming off the bottom. Elon Musk pulls out. I thought that was bad news, that $32 a share. Elon Musk pulls out. Now it's $38 a share. It might be a time to get back into fucking Twitter. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us. There's a lot of comments there. It's hard. It would be very hard for me to read and talk at the same time. I'll read the comments afterwards in the replay a little bit, and I'll try to stay in tune with what people are thinking about. But right now, I'm just giving you my thoughts. This is what we have been doing, and I have to credit my crowd, Vinny DiMartini, Sterling Price, all the people over from D Live that are here. I don't. Again, you might have a different screen name, so I don't know if it's you or not. But thank you all for being here. Kindly take the lead of these people in the chat. Don't be a dick, and because we want to have a peaceful, respectful discourse, but we also want to push forward with truth in all subjects. No subject is off limits here. Nothing. We'll talk about it respectfully. I mean, the only thing respectfully that I will respect is the fact that I can't really spin, independent video anymore because, I don't know, independent jerk-offs, you play their video and then they want to copyright strike you. Why? I'm promoting your stuff. But that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to play any music that you ever heard before. Ever. All I'm going to do is point it out that it's there. You're never going to hear the Rolling Stones or Billy Bragg or anybody, any emerging artist ever again on this show. I might show their picture, but I'm never going to play it again. And that's your fault, artist. You allowed that to happen to yourself. The age of the DJ is gone, not because of the radio stations, because of you. Because of your unwillingness to let people hear your music openly and freely in the airwaves. You want to get paid for every song you write? Fuck you. Right? You want to get paid in your own way? You want to tell people to pay you to listen to your music? Fuck you. Right? That's what I say to you. All of you. All of you, man. All of you fucking rock stars, man. Every rock star and every rapper that ever fucking scratched the channel and damaged the channel for playing their fucking music, fuck you. Fuck you. I have no respect for you, man. I don't. I lost respect for you because you're not about art. You're about money. You're just as bad as fucking Twitter. You're just as bad as YouTube was. Right? Money. Grabbing the money. Right? That's all you care about is money, right? Fucking artists. No art. What's your art? Your art is up your ass, man. So, anyway. I lost my train of thought there. So let's get back on track. Right? So gender activists, right? You're an activist for gender. You know what I mean? you have a whole gender of activists that are gender activists, a genre. You have a genre of activists who are gender activists. It's fucking crazy, man. I thought activists used to fight for civil rights and union rights and equal rights and corporate rights and all this shit. Right? Now they fight for gender rights. But you can't make this up. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I want to understand your perspective. I do want to learn. I want to learn about your opinions and your views of sexuality. I want to know. I want to know so I know what I am, right? Because be honest, I've for the last bunch of years I've been calling myself a heterosexual male, and a white, might I say white? I got white privilege, right? White privilege. Well, get your white privilege out of here. Get your white privilege out of here. Right? I remember when that reporter, that security guard, told me to get my white privilege out of there. I was reporting on a hospital loading dead bodies into a freezer truck outside. And the guy told me, get my white privilege out of here. Hey, man, get your white privilege out of here. So I have white privilege. I'm white and male and other things, too, I guess. I don't know. I got to check. But I've been identifying as white. And as I check my luggage, I'm definitely male. I'm attracted to what I perceive as female, so that makes me heterosexual. I'm not repulsed by homosexual male. I'm not repulsed by it, but I'm not attracted to it. I understand. I sympathize. I enjoy homosexuality without participation. But even those trends, if there is no sex, then there is no homosexuality, right? If there is no male and female, how could you be irate with someone's attractiveness to someone who has the opposite organs? Like I have rods and cones, and I'm attracted to emptiness, right? Where I can a place to put my rods and cones, right? Rather than have rods and cones put in me from the other side, like some homosexual activity is, right? The insertion of. I'm just about, I'm gonna leave the subject alone because I realize that it becomes very phallic and very. I might stimulate you in a way that is unholy, right? We'll go back to talking about bombs and planes and blowing shit up and poison in the air and selling arms to countries that don't need it. To keep our wars going. We'll talk about that too. All the death and dying that the military inflicts on young people by signing up, right? We'll talk about that, but let's not talk about it very, very, it's so dangerous to talk about sexuality. Oh my God. I never thought I would come to this a time where you could say dick and pussy and all, you could say whatever you want, really, I guess. I don't know if you can. But you can't, what can't you say? You can't say that females don't exist or males don't exist, that everything is a hybrid. Everything is a compilation of something else. Now, I do agree with that. Here's where I would agree with the gender argument. Everything is in transition. Human beings are, in fact, mutating sexually. That is a fact. You see evidence of it all around you. You could look at ants, for example, and how one population of ants differs from the other generation. You could see it in humans as well. Humans used to be very small. They were a little wider, less tall. They used to maybe hunch over and maybe even crawl. We don't know for sure. But what we do know is that the sexual preferences of species does alter. But it happens very slowly. It happens over many, many generations of birth. Maybe 10 generations from now, we'll start seeing solid confirmation that some humans actually do have both sexes, because because that's just the way it is. That's just the way evolution is. Now, that might offend you. That might offend your religion. That might offend your sense of male or female. But there is evidence of that happening. The problem is, don't get fucking worked up about it. Don't start accusing people of not seeing it or not understanding it. And saying that someone who doesn't acknowledge the fact that your version or your view of male cannot get pregnant. Don't get so fucking crazy about it, because your version of male is in your mind right now. Although there might be female organs down below and you identify as a man, right? It's in your mind. People can't see what's in your mind. They see what's in your body. And through evolution, body will change, right? But here's to dispute that, right? Here's disputing that it takes a lot of time before the species will mutate. Look at this, anthropologists are finding out. Let me read. There's an interesting controversy brewing in anthropology where professors have called for researchers to stop identifying ancient human remains by biological gender because they cannot gauge how a person identified at that time. Well, the point is, you don't need to know how they identified. You need to know the physical component of the species. And when you look at it, you can clearly see male versus female. Right? Today, there is no disputing male or female. There is no disputing it. We know the difference between male and female. We know the overwhelming characteristics of these two sexual identities, right? Male has these characteristics. Female has generally these characteristics. You cannot change it. You cannot point to variations within the species, within the sexual genre, and claim that that is dominant. You have to look at the dominant traits of the sexual preference. Period. Right? Until the physical parts of that change. It could take 10 or 15 or 20,000 years. Sorry, homo. Right? Sorry, unidentifiable fucking genre in your mind. But the reality is, it takes time for the gender to transpose into something else. Right? Now, you might disagree with that. You might say man forever, female forever. Male, female. No. Male could become female, and then female becomes male. There'll always be opposites. Male, female, opposites. When they come closer together, the species is entering a place where it could extinct itself. And you see a downtick in population. And then it could reverse or extinct. Right? That's what humans are. Right now, humans are on the uptick. Right? We're on the uptick. We're going up. Right? We're going up like the stock market. Human beings are going up. Right? We're going up. Evidence? Do you want evidence? Evidence. 1979, the population was 3 billion. Right now, not even 100 stupid years later, 50 years later, 7 billion. So we went from 3.5 billion to 7 billion. That's double. Right? Evidence of the population growing, not shrinking. Right? Not shrinking, but growing. Other scholars are calling for researchers to stop identifying race as a practice because it fuels white supremacy. Now, that statement right there is utter fucking ridiculous. Stupid. Illogical. There's no foundation to say that a scholar who looks at bones and spent their life identifying prehistoric man or woman, right? That they know what they're seeing, right? This is a male. And you're going to tell me, because that researcher identifies the pile of bones as male that they put back together, that they're a white supremacist? A white supremacist. What the fuck does race have to do with the fucking bone structure in front of you? Nothing. Nothing. Has nothing to do with it. One of the academics objecting to this effort to stop gender identification, some jackoff at the Jose State Anthropology Department, is currently suing her school. Weissman maintains that she was banned from access to the human remains collected due to her opposition of the reparations of human remains. The school objected that she posted a picture holding a skull from the collection on social media, expressing how she was so happy to be back with some old friends. Okay. This is a ridiculous argument, right? But people are there at colleges discussing this issue. Go get a degree. Let's all go back to college and get a degree in gender anthropology. Amazing, right? So, conservative academic is challenging the identification of gender and notes the campaign of Transdo Task Force, quote, to explore ways in which current standards in forensic human identification do a disservice to people who do not clearly fit the gender binary. That is your fucking modern day problem. That your identification doesn't fit the model. Too goddamn bad. Too goddamn bad. Right? All right, you may be a prophet. You're clearly 10,000 years ahead of your time. But since you're 10,000 years ahead of your time, you better get used to what we say, right? And what we see, what the vast majority of humans perceive as male and female. So this is, in my view, a frivolous argument, right? It's backwards thinking. Right? Let's talk about the markets again. I want to see if they're holding. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting here on YouTube. We're back on YouTube. Thank you, everybody in the chat. How many people watching, man? We're having a good old time here, man. I hope you're having a good time. Got 54 people watching here on YouTube, back on the live show. I'm going to number them simply to eliminate controversy. So this is Marcus Conte, Marcus in the Morning, live show number 1. We're starting over number 1. So tomorrow will be Marcus in the Morning, live show number 2. And you can join us every morning. And there's Granny Cat. Granny Cat is always here. Granny Cat's always here, looking over us. And what else we got? Oh, boy, look at this. Markets are up. The markets are up. The markets are up. They are flipping the finger at yesterday's losses. Apple's 145. What's Apple? 147, up 47 cents. Amazon is up. Google's up. Meta is up. Google, we love you. Google, we are the channel of the Google stock price that is always going up. Google, come aboard, man. We love you. I think Google is devastating in many respects. Is very, very powerful in their ability to engage the public discourse, right? Or alter the public discourse. So we support Google and all of its armies of bots that aren't even human, right? I think Google in 10 years is, Google controls, the map in your pocket. Right? I was traveling yesterday and I was using Google Maps. And if Google Maps could have sent me to fucking the other way, and I would have never known I was driving the other way because I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to the GPS. Right? So we're entirely dependent on these companies, and we want to see them prosper. And we want to see them invent products that benefit us, right? We disagree with your, censorship and sometimes inability to allow clashes of ideas to transpire. But that's on me. I have to accept that, and I do accept it. I have no hard feelings, YouTube. I don't. I'm here, and I love everybody. I really do. Right? I'm just gonna play my own music. What else are we talking about? I had a brain freeze. How you doing, man? Oh yeah, we were talking about risk assets, stocks. So Apple tumbles. What was the reason? Apple intends to slow down hiring and spending for some teams. That's big news for Wall Street. Wall Street likes that, right? Unfortunately, the jackoffs that trade Wall Street. Are we live? Are we live? Excellent connection. Look at this. We're live. I can't believe we're live. We got 53 viewers. Oh my God. We're huge again on YouTube. From out of nowhere. We're back. Click and subscribe as well. I think that's important. Hit the subscribe button. YouTube likes that. But you don't need to be notified. There'll be no notifications on this channel. All you got to do is show up at 9 a.m. There's no notifications here. 9 a.m., show up and we'll be here live every weekday. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, with the exception of yesterday. Right? I'll tell you if I'm not going to be here. Right? Show up Monday, 9 a.m., click, and we roll. We roll, and then we're gone forever. No notification, no nothing. You don't need anything. All you need to do is be here. Just be here, God damn it, and you'll be part of it. Right? But what I was saying before I interrupted myself is that Apple intends to slow down hiring and spending. Now, most Americans, most regular people, working class people say, fuck you, Apple. You're not going to hire anybody? That's bad for the economy. No, it isn't bad for the economy. It's bad for you. Because what it makes you do is you got to work twice as hard to make half the money, while Apple gets you to do twice the amount of work for half the money. Okay. When jobs are slashed, corporations love it. They love it. You see how the markets go up? If you're trading markets, don't trade what the people want. Trade what's in the best interest of the companies. Right, Google? Wink, wink. Right? Apple? Wink, wink. Right? That's how you win. That's how you win on the markets. It's not, a lot of times that sort of news, right? You would say, oh, there's more people are getting fired. That's not good for the company. No, it is good for the company because you got the Fed Reserve jacking up interest rates, Jerome Powell jacking up interest rates, telling them that if you don't stop hiring all these people because, the administration is telling you hire, you got people like Nancy Pelosi and fucking Joe Biden telling people hire, which is a good thing. But Wall Street doesn't want to hear that, right? So the markets go down on that news. And then the pay-for-play politicians get out of the way. Suddenly they go silent when hiring goes down and markets go up, then they're happy. They shut up because they're making money on the markets. What else we got? I tell you, this is a sign of the times right here, right? China has dumped over 100 billion U.S. treasuries in the last 6 months. Okay, this is significant, right? If the United States loses their best investment status, meaning that if you buy $1,000 worth of U.S. treasuries, you'll get 1,001 guaranteed, right? And that's what the world, investors like China, investors like Russia, investors like Saudi Arabia, investors like Japan, Taiwan, other huge, you name them, right? Huge governments have invested in U.S. treasuries. And when China signals that they are willing to take $100 billion off the table and say, you know what, U.S., China owns like $2 trillion in treasuries. If they take it off the table, if they take all their money off the table, 100%, the dollar's going to tank. They stop bashing China. Stop bashing Russia. Stop starting wars. Stop it. Stop it. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. Right? If you do that, if you keep bashing China and they take their money off the table and divest in America, the United States fucking, economy is going to go into the toilet. The dollar will lose its value. So stop doing it. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting. This is where I usually play a song. I usually play a fucking song as a segue. But so I'll play you some Granny Cat, man. This is Granny Cat. Thank you all for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting on YouTube. We'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be back here. We will be back here. Back here at 9 a.m. Do 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 do. Clink 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 clink. Where's my I don't even know how to use this thing anymore. I don't know how to fucking use this thing anymore, man. Oh, that's D Live, man. That's D Live where we usually are. Peace, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting.